Cool. Awesome. I am, doing my first live on this channel, which is called Kiki Room. And I do have another channel. It is called Kiki Classic Rock. And that's where I talk about music and entertainment news. But here it's just like personal stuff. And I do like to cook. So today is meal prepping day for my husband and myself. I'm going to make shepherd's pie, which was a huge hit last week. And he's like, can you please make more? And can I please have it as a snack? And I said, no, you cannot have the shepherd's pie as a snack because it's a meal. So I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie and I'm going to make gravy. Actually, I call it sauce. Now, I'm in Rhode Island and I grew up in an Italian household. My mom called it gravy. I call it sauce. Some people call it sauce. I don't know, whatever you call it. It's red and it's yummy, and that's what I'm going to make with meatballs. And I will be splitting these meals up. I think last week I got 4 meals out of the shepherd's pie, and the meatballs, I could possibly get 3 meals out of that with the gravy. And tonight, we're actually having meatballs from the freezer that I made a few weeks ago. So I'm telling you, meal prepping is great and it saves a ton of time. So let's go ahead and, oh, I just got stuff in my bowl. Why? I have everything pretty much prepared so I could just go. I have the potatoes boiling. Well, they're not boiling yet, but they're on the stove over there. So I don't have to bore you with that. And while we're talking and prepping, those are over there for the shepherd's pie. And I have to get the gravy ready. So let's go over here and you might see, like, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm gonna do my gravy. So I have, just so you can see, I got some minced garlic and some olive oil in the pan. And I'm gonna heat that up. I already have my oven on 350. So let me grab my puree. What I use is Market Basket puree. And I just dump that in the pan. I have 2 of them. And I put water in as well. So let me get some water. I just throw half a can of water in there as well. That's done. And I'll put the other can in. Same thing. Is this puree too? Yeah. So, and I'm questioning it and I'm asking myself, oh, is that puree too? Well, yeah, because last night when I went to Market Basket, they didn't have any tomato puree. So I had to get 1 can of crushed tomatoes, and I did get a can of puree, but it wasn't Market Basket branded. I love Market Basket anything. I think it's Hunt's. So I don't know, they run out of stuff lately, like a lot of things, but it is what it is. So let me just do my water. And kind of swish it around to get the rest of the puree out of the can. Let me throw these away, or else it'll drive me nuts. And I use a small, teeny tiny can of tomato paste. This one's Hunt's. Tanya, thanks for finding me. This is awesome. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I usually use Contadina, but I had to get Hunt's because, again, they didn't have, and you know, tomato paste has been also very scarce at Market Basket. I'm not sure why. So, Tanya, are you cooking anything today? Or are you just hanging and relaxing? Clearly, I just don't stop. Which is fine. It's all good. And I put water. Now, for the tomato paste, I put a whole can of water because it's a small can. And I kind of mix it up. And then I pop it into the pot. And you want to stir it around because the tomato paste is clunky. And you just want to make sure it's all nice and evenly distributed. Which is happening right now. It's getting evenly distributed. And the garlic that I put in there is, let's see, relaxing right now, probably making pork chops for dinner. Nice. I haven't had pork chops in forever. Why? I don't know, but we're getting into winter season now, so I'll be making all of that stuff soon. Soon it'll be here before we all know it. So this is on like a medium low. I have it between 2 and 4 on the stovetop. This is what I do next. Now the onions are for the meatballs, but I do put fresh basil in. Now you're saying, but that looks terrible. Well, it's limpy basil because I buy my fresh herbs and I freeze them. And my friend Michelle, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, she goes, "You do what? You can freeze it?" I've been doing it for years. Literally. I've been buying fresh herbs and just popping them in the freezer for as long as I can, well, not as long as I can remember, but long time. And it's perfectly fine. They just give you the amount of flavor that you need them to, and it's perfectly fine. Now what I do, hold please. I also add to my gravy sauce, whatever you want to call it, sugar. I know. Some people may go, "I can't have sugar, I don't want to add sugar. Are you nuts? Why are you adding sugar?" Well, I always do. Another thing I've always done, and literally I don't measure. Come on now, there's no measuring. I just grab some. Like I just grabbed, I don't know, and I just toss it around in there. Now I'm going to stir it up. But you gotta stir it up. Put my sugar aside. You gotta make sure everything's really, I don't know. Why am I thinking of the word coagulated? Everything's gonna be mixed together really nice. I am not a chef. I don't play one on TV. I'm not on TV, but I don't pretend to be anything. I'm just who I am. All right, so now I've got this nice messy spoon. I'm gonna stick it in the Hunt's tomato paste can. I'm gonna put my splatter screen on. Sauce is done. Potatoes, you know, it'd be really nice if I actually turned the stovetop on to boil the potatoes. What I ding dong, I didn't. So let me bring you back over here. And my tripod is doing something funny. This is what happens. You go live and you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, so now, natural progression. I'm gonna make the meatballs, but I'm gonna have a drink of my water first. I have my water with lemon and my Cumberland Farms cup. I know. Thank you, Cumberland Farms. So, for the meatballs, this is what I do. Let me just open these first. I wear gloves. I never used to. I was always, you know, get your hands in there type of girl. But I just don't like it. I just don't. I just need to wear gloves because I don't like meatball under my fingernails. It's disgusting, clearly. I just don't. You know what, one thing I forgot to do, I'm gonna do it right now. I already have a stick of pepperoni that was in my fridge. And you know, pepperoni goes bad. Did you know that? It does. So I'm gonna cut half of this pepperoni. I'm going to wrap the rest of it up. I'll put it back in the fridge in a few minutes. Put it there, and then I'm gonna take the skin off. I always take the skin off the pepperoni. It's a pain in the tuchus to do it, but when you eat the pepperoni after everything's all done, it's so good and it's so spicy. So you don't want to have the skin on then because you'll be chomping, and you just, who likes that? Who likes to chomp on pepperoni skin? I know I don't. I don't think I like chomping on any type of skin, to be quite honest. So it comes off pretty easy. Like I said, it's just a pain to do it, but you gotta do it. Do this. And thank you for those of you who are new here. I know Tanya, thank you so much. You came over from my other channel. Here's my pepperoni. I I'm just gonna throw it in the sauce. That's it, done. Now it's gonna sit there for a couple of hours. My other channel at Kiki Classic Rock. So thank you, whoever's here. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I've got my ground beef. I had 2 packages because they did not have one big one last night. I normally buy a big package. There's about, what, 2.1, like 2.125 pounds of ground beef. This is 85% lean. I always get 93%. They just didn't have a lot last night when we went. And we had a really busy day yesterday. I knew I wouldn't want to go this morning because I actually had to go to the laundromat this morning. That's why we decided to go last night. Saturday night, they're gonna be low on things, is what it is. But I still got my ground beef. Yes, it's not 93, it's 85, but it's okay. I use an egg. This is a farm fresh egg. There's a lady down the street who sells farm fresh eggs, and whenever I see her sign that she's saying that she's open, she has eggs, I just run. I literally run and buy her eggs because her coop is so clean and so amazing. And I've seen it, so I know what it's all about. Okay. You just kind of scramble the egg around. I just mixed it around. That's for the shepherd's pie. I'm gonna throw some parsley in here. No measuring. There's no measuring. I just shake. I'm still shaking. Yep. And I'm not going to subject you to seeing my flabby arm. So there's what it looks like right now. Okay. Oh, pepper. I gotta get pepper. Pepper. Where's my pepper? There it is. Move my walnuts. Get my pepper. Just putting it in. I'm just not even looking. I'm just putting the pepper in. Look, I'm not even, it's a surprise. It's gonna be a surprise when I look at it and see where the pepper lands and how much is there, and that's what it looks like so far. Okay, next. Best part, to be quite honest. And this is Stop and Shop brand, even though I am not a Stop and Shop girl. You guys know that. I am a Market Basket girl, 1,000,000%. But there are times when I have to go to Stop and Shop because it's close to where I'm doing things. And if I'm making something and I need an ingredient, I gotta go there. It is what it is. I took the top off because I'm putting a lot of cheese in there. Now, I don't want to dump the whole container because that would not be good. That would overdo it. So we don't want to do that. I'm just kind of, again, just eyeballing it. Let's do some shaky shake. Oh my gosh, do I have egg on my face? Never too much cheese. You're absolutely right, Tanya. It's true. Well, this is a lot of cheese. Ready? It's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of cheese. Next, another Market Basket favorite, panko crumbs. Why don't I use regular breadcrumbs? I know, right? Hey Cindy, happy Sunday. I know you love cooking. Thank you so much for coming over. I really appreciate that. I love to cook too. That's why I figured on this channel, this can be where I do all of that stuff. So panko crumbs, I do not use regular seasoned breadcrumbs. I used to all the time. But I just feel like panko crumbs give you a better texture and a better flavor, even though these aren't even really, these aren't even seasoned. They do have seasoned panko crumbs, but I don't know, I personally like them better. That's just me. And especially for making chicken parm, oh my gosh, the panko crumbs, like if you're gonna fry something, you gotta use panko crumbs. I'm at a loss for words. You have to. They're just so good. And I feel like I know what. Okay, another thing I put in my meatballs, this is the last thing. I don't put salt in my balls. My balls are not salty because you know why? There's already salt in the panko crumbs. Like how much salt is in here? there's 55 milligrams of salt in the panko crumbs, and I just don't feel like adding anymore. Now I chopped up a fresh onion and I put about half of that in here. And that's it. That's what I do. So now it's just time to mix. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. This is why I wear gloves, because it's messy and I just don't wanna. So why not get some gloves? I'm telling you, man, these gloves, panko crumbs are the best, used quite often on different meats. I'm telling you, I discovered them, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago-ish. I haven't stopped using them. I just absolutely love them. Now, I use the other regular breadcrumbs all the time because that's what my mom used. So I was just used to that. That's who I learned to cook from. But girl, once I discovered panko crumbs, it was all bets are off, and that is all I use. All I use. Unless I did have to use regular breadcrumbs not too long ago for something, because that's all I had. It is what it is, you know, you use what you got. I couldn't get out to get more panko crumbs, and it was fine. We survived, which is a good thing. Now I'm just mashing this together until it's got a really nice texture, making sure everything's pretty much blended in. It's a good workout. You know, if you want a good arm workout, make yourself some meatballs. It's a good thing. Keeps you moving, keeps you, look at, you can just put yourself into the ball making and really give yourself a workout. Just don't get any hair in your balls, because hairy balls, let me tell you what, I don't know, some people like that type of thing. So here's what my meat looks like. It's pretty much all ground together. Now, I have 2 pans, but I might only need 1 because there's not a lot of ball mixture here. You know what I usually put in my ball mix though, and I didn't do it today, and it's okay. I usually put ground sausage. I didn't do that today because I didn't get the sausage last night. They didn't have sweet sausage. I am not putting hot sausage in my meatballs. It's just not happening. So these balls will be minus the sausage. That is, I feel, an important ingredient to making the best balls ever. Ground sausage. Or what you can do, and I've done it many, many times, is I just buy the link sausage. I take off the casing and I mush it all together and I put that in there, in the mixture. So it, you know, it all depends on what you have, and you gotta use what you have. You know, sometimes you can't get out and you're hungry and you need to eat something. Use what you have. Like I always say, it's all right. What's the worst that can happen? You don't like it? It's fine. It's fine. It is gorgeous here in Rhode Island. It's gotta be 85 today. I'm looking outside, like you can see what I'm looking at. You can't, but it's just stunningly gorgeous today. I have to go outside and do some yard work after this meal prep session, because I say that every day. I'm like, I'm gonna do some stuff outside. I never do it. Not that I'm lazy, I just get too attached to doing things inside the house, right? You know what I'm saying. And sometimes you just have to force yourself to do other things, and I have a tough time sometimes. Sometimes I don't, a lot of times I do. Especially when it comes to outside work. I love being outside, and I do love working in the yard, and when I start working in the yard, it's awesome, but then I just don't feel like it sometimes. I sound like being crabby, but I'm not. I'm just being honest. Now my ball size, it's a good ball size. Hold on. It's not too big, not too small. Just like you. I'm getting really dirty, and I'm sorry. You know, it's just something about the word meatball that just makes me want to go there all the time. I can't help it. Here it is. There's my bowl size. So it's just perfect. Like, you can hold it in the palm of your hand. You can just pop it in your mouth, and it works. I do it every time. Every time I make meatballs and I talk about them, I just go there, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if your meatball offended. But this is how I roll. Get it? This is how I roll. Oh, I'm so punny. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So yesterday I went yard sailing. It was so fun. It was so fun. And I actually I have a video coming out, hopefully tonight, here on this channel about a little portion of my day yesterday. Tanya, thanks. Can't help it. Girl can't help it. Oh yeah. It was an interesting yard sale day. Anywho, you can hear about that later. And I got some awesome jewelry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like it was a dreamy day for jewelry. I don't know if any of you guys like sterling and turquoise. That's another thing, right? I used to, man, boy was I an 80s girl. I was the gold chain, the gold earrings, everything had to be gold. Everything had to be gold so I had all of my 3 kids, and I would say that fashion statement changed for me, I think when my kids were really late teens. It started to change, and then I started to get into silver. I was just not about gold anymore. Don't get me wrong, I like me some gold, but I just stopped wearing it, except for my wedding ring. That's gold. That doesn't come off. But see, I would always take my wedding ring off when I had to make meatballs. And that's why I wear gloves now. It makes sense. So yeah, so I got into the whole silver thing about then, and I haven't stopped wearing it since. I love it. I love sterling silver. So yesterday I really did get some beautiful, beautiful pieces, and I can't wait to wear some of it. I really can't. Not that I go in. Where do I go? I go nowhere. I go here to my kitchen and I stream on YouTube. It's about it. It's my life. And then force myself to go out in the garden and work in the yard or wherever. It's all good. It's all good, guys. You know, everybody's healthy and happy, and it's good. So the balls are almost done, and I'm just pretty much gonna show you guys the basis of what I do. I'm not gonna be here the entire process because it's hours. Cindy said 10 fingers, 10 silver. Oh, poo, it went away really fast. I don't know if you can repost that, Cindy, because I missed what you said. Yeah, I won't subject you guys to the whole live here because it's gonna take some time to cook, but I'm just kind of showing you what I do. So here are the balls. I thought it would take up 2 trays, but it only took up 1. So I'm gonna throw that in the oven. That's a 350 oven, and those will probably stay in there maybe 40 minutes. I like to get them a little crispy, so then I can put them in my sauce, and when you cook them for whenever you want them, whether it's the night you're gonna have them that night you cook them or another time, the balls are a little crispy. Here we go again, I can't help it. Got some crispy balls, I like it. Oh, got an onion on the floor. You know that onions are, this is my dirty muffin. Oops, wait a minute. Have silver and turquoise for every finger and silver ring, silver, oh shoot, I missed the last part of it. Well, you like silver and turquoise, Cindy. I do too, I absolutely adore it. I absolutely love it. So when I can find it at a yard sale for a couple of dollars, how do you not do it? How do you not? Onions are toxic for dogs. I'm not sure about cats, but I know for dogs they are. So if I'm super careful. If I ever drop an onion on the ground or something, make sure I pick it up right away, wipe down the area, because yeah, I mean, again, I think they have to have quite a bit for it to be super toxic, but I'm not taking any chances. All right, so the meatballs are in the oven. They're done, they're cooking. Sauce slash gravy is on the stovetop, done and cooking. Now, I'm going to put together, waiting for the potatoes to boil and get to, oh, how are they doing? All right, they're starting to boil. So I'm gonna put the shepherd's pie together. This is what I use for the shepherd's pie. I will do these first since, like I said, we're waiting for potatoes. I have frozen mixed vegetables from Market Basket as they drip. What is this? This is the value pack. Why not? It's 1 pound of mixed veggies. So I'm going to put that in the pan. Now, this pan looks gross. I don't care. It was my mom's. This pan is probably, I don't know, 40 years old, and Mexicali. Oh, cool. Anything Mexican sterling. First of all, I believe if something is stamped made in Mexico for your sterling, it's old. And I did get a bunch of pieces yesterday that are stamped Mexico, not made in Mexico. They're stamped Mexico. And there's it's called Taxco. I don't really know the whole history behind that, but it's great sterling. It's beautiful, it's quality, it's awesome. So I will just go ahead and I will put the mixed veggies in the pan. This is so easy, guys, I can't. Just kind of swish it around, there you go. There's what it looks like. In my mom's 40-year-old crusty pan, and I don't care. I don't. This is not a perfect house. It's not a perfect kitchen. I'm not a perfect person. I don't care. I love this pan. I actually have several of these, and they're staying with me until I'm not here. That's it. And it always makes me think of my mom and my dad too. Now, I did take out some broccoli, some frozen broccoli last night. I didn't use it because we ended up going food shopping. I'm gonna throw that in here as well. This is all nice and defrosted. Again, Market Basket, and this is the value pack. Again, it's just a 2 pound package. I use half of it all the time. And I'm just gonna spread that around the mixed vegetables. Now, some of you may say, well, girl, it's summertime, and now is the time that fresh vegetables are in. Guess what? Here's my thoughts on veggies. We eat them all the time, so we're healthy. I cook as healthy as I can. I feel like, and this is my opinion, Market Basket frozen vegetables, first of all, they're cheaper than fresh. Second of all, they taste great. And third of all, it's so convenient. I mean, you can get fresh vegetables, cook them, and then freeze them yourself. But if they're already cooked and packaged, might as well buy it that way. I'm just saying. And it's cheaper and less time. And all right, I'm pulling the package out of the garbage. Wait a minute. I'm checking like the sodium content. So 7 servings of this bag, each serving is 60 calories. Sodium, 45 milligrams, which is not bad. 0 cholesterol. Carbohydrates, 4%. Like, there's nothing in these things. It's fine. I think so anyway. This is how we, you do you, but this is what we do. Now we're talking about sodium, and I'm going to be putting this in the shepherd's pie. Let's see how much sodium's in here. 360 milligrams, but that's for the whole jar. This is another thing Market Basket has been lacking on the shelves. Heinz beef gravy. And this is the value size. I always get the biggest jar they have. I don't understand why they don't have any. I only had this because it was in my little store that I have. Because whenever I see it, I just buy a few jars to keep it on hand because they always run out. And I would think now with holiday season coming up, it's going to be even less available. So if you like this stuff and you see it, buy yourself a few at a time and just set it aside, because it is, I don't know, man, it's weird. So I just kind of put it all over the top of the vegetables, and I make sure I get every last bit of this gravy out of this jar, because it's hard to come by, and it's really good. So, you know, I just kind of had a thought on something. What I'll do is I will just leave the jar upside down on the counter and let the rest of the gravy go to the top, and then I'll pour the rest over. So that's pretty much what it looks like. I'm kind of thinking I have a few onions left over. I think I'm just gonna throw them in. Why not? Put them in the shepherd's pie. I never put onions in shepherd's pie, but they're here. They're looking at me saying, do something with me. So I'm going to do something with the remaining onions. And I bet it'll be good. I bet it'll be tasty. We'll find out, won't we? All right, so I'm just gonna throw that there, wipe my hands, and, all right, next step. You know, it's driving me nuts. I have some plates in the sink right now. It's driving me crazy. I like to wash as I go, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm going to be annoying you with the mixer in 1 second. So for my mashed potatoes, which come out so tasty, a stick of butter, an entire stick of butter, and it's Market Basket butter. And I will put a half of a container of Market Basket cream cheese in there too. And I will use some parsley, and I will put some pepper. So we're just waiting. The potatoes are boiling. Let me see, is my mic on? I don't know. Sometimes when this thing, it goes non-green. Is it green now? Yeah. But I feel like after, when I'm ready to upload the video, I don't know, the audio sounds fine. So I don't know if this thing turns off, doesn't turn off. I don't know. Almost done. Let me check how I check the potatoes. Just stick a fork in it. They're not really that, no, they're not that soft yet, so we have to wait. So we'll just chat for a minute here. Where's my water? Here it is. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope that your week ahead will be amazing, because tomorrow's Monday. And we all know that Mondays can sometimes be gloomy, but it's all we make of it, right? And if you go into any day, no matter what day it is, saying, oh, it's gonna be a great day. I just know it. It's gonna be an awesome day. It usually is a great day. And I notice that whenever I've done that, it's always a great day. But then when I forget to do it, it's a sucky day. My husband's watching the dog because as I was setting everything up for this live, he just didn't stop barking. I feel like he knows when I'm gonna do something, and he barks non-stop. Just like if he knows that we're going out, he will just bark and bark and bark and bark and bark until we go, and then he doesn't bark anymore. So I don't know what that means. To be honest, I just don't. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got bananas last night. Bananas have been kind of difficult too. I don't know. It's just been weird with the things that I've had some trouble getting. Bananas, haven't really trouble getting bananas, but every time I go to buy bananas, they've been so ripe, you can't buy them. Because you can't buy a bunch of bananas that are already ripe. And then what are you gonna do, eat a bunch of bananas in one day? Because then by the next day, you've got fruit flies all over your house and you can't eat them. So these were much greener last night. I like them nice and green, but we're gonna have to eat, I got 2 bunches of these. We're gonna have to eat these pretty quickly. They were very green. I got one semi-green and then one really green. These ripened up pretty fast. And what was another thing I couldn't get? I don't know, there was something else I couldn't get. And I just said, well, I'm done. I just don't want to anymore. And then came home last night, put the groceries away. I got 2 market basket chickens. I haven't been able to get those for a couple of weeks either because they just haven't been there when I've gone to the store. So I got the 2 chickens. I broke them all apart. I get about 8 different meals out of those 2 chickens. I love the market basket rotisserie chicken. It is tasty, it's great, tons of meat on it. And for lunch today, we had a chicken wrap. So I put them in little sandwich bags, and then I stick them in a big Ziploc freezer bag, put them in the freezer, I pull them out as I need them. And then some nights even we can have chicken and rice, chicken and gravy when I can get the gravy. Chicken and vegetables. So those rotisserie chickens really get a ton of usage out of them. I think the potatoes have got to be almost ready. Let's see. Yeah, they're done. They are done, girl. So I drain them, of course. I could give myself a facial right now from the potatoes, but I'm not going to. Now, I will put the butter in though, because then the butter will get nice and melty. You want it to be melty. And I will put half of the cream cheese in there. I mean, you can put a whole block of cream cheese if you want. I just think it's a little too much cream cheese for the potatoes, but you know, you do you. So I don't measure, really. The only time I measure really is when I'm baking. I want to make sure everything's good. Unless it's something I've made a bunch of times, I don't really need to measure. Like the peach cobbler, the dump peach cobbler cake thing. I really don't measure for that anymore because I've been making it for so long now. I don't really measure. All right, so this is melting really nice. Let me bring you back over here. Oh, and there goes my tripod being crazy. Let's see. Can I bring you down? Oh, this is the fun of live, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Now, another weird thing. Sometimes this outlet works, sometimes it doesn't. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Let's see if it'll work. I'm afraid to even turn it on until I have to mash the potatoes. And I feel like I probably should put you over here while I'm mixing. I just feel bad because it's gonna be loud. All right, hold on. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, no, I'm not gonna do it until I put the potatoes in because I wanna make sure my mixer works. Crazy, it's crazy ridiculous. All right, here we go. Let's see. Nope, doesn't work. Gosh, dang it. So now I gotta move it. Telling you kids, live is fun. Should I, oh, you know what? I can put it on the other tray I didn't use. This is gonna be really loud. I'm gonna move you back over here. I just don't want it to be too loud for you guys as you get jiggled. All right. Can you see? Let's see. All right. It's gonna work now. Oh, and I gotta put some milk in. Hold on. You gotta have milk in your mashed potatoes. No measuring. I just pour. And then let me do my parsley. Gotta put parsley in. Just put it in there. You know what? I'm gonna put some garlic in here too. I just thought of that. Again, not something I add all the time, but I do add it sometimes. And I think today is a garlic type of day. And this is Stop and Shop minced garlic again, probably because I needed it and I was there. to do it. This is like a heaping teaspoon. Is that a teaspoon? Yeah, teaspoon. All right, here we go. It's gonna be loud. Sorry, apologize. I'm gonna be full of potato. Oh, you see the flying potato? Oh, it's flying. It's going all over the place. You want it to be nice and creamy. You know, my dad likes lumpy potatoes. Here we go. Oh my God. With my arm. He liked them lumpy. My mom was all about smooth and creamy potatoes. But he always said, I like the lumps. So she tried to make it a little lumpy. Go figure. Let's see, I'm just gonna stick my spoon in here, taste them. Oh my God. That's a good mashed potato right there. I am now going to get a couple of spoons and I'm gonna bring my tray over because the pot is hot. It's like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. The pot is hot. So I'm not gonna stick it on my counter because that would probably make a burn mark or something. So here are my taters. That's what they look like. They're semi-lumpy, but it's all right. And the leftover taters, I will put aside for Al, and he will eat them for a snack. Because he eats anything as a snack. It's crazy. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm not gonna go and move the camera again, because I think I've given you guys whiplash already today. But I'm just spreading the potatoes over the veggies and the gravy. And I'll show you the finished product as soon as I'm done. So I'm just kind of dropping and spreading. That sounds bad too. Okay, let's just stop. It is Sunday after all. All right, I am just in a mood today. Let me tell you, I'm in a mood. And if I missed any of your comments, I'm sorry. Because I'm cooking. So I can't. And on the live, a lot of times the comments go by really fast and I can't see what they said. So, oh, we might not have a lot of taters left, Al. He's gonna be sad. Oh, a few. I think I'll have a few left. But not a lot. All right, there we go. There is the finished shepherd's pie. But what I will do, after it's in the oven, I don't know, about 40 minutes or so, I'm going to put, well, I have shredded cheddar cheese. That's what I bought last night. I'll put that on top and you'll have a nice crispy cheesy topping. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I can't wait to eat it. And this is what it looks like. So you just got to spread the mashed potatoes. See, it's still got the heat coming off it. It's really good. I'm gonna throw this in. Oh, my balls are getting ballsy. They still have a ways to go. I'm saying maybe about 20 minutes for the balls. So there you go. There's my meal prep for the week. We've been here about 44 minutes. It took me about 20 minutes just to prep everything. peel the potatoes, get them in the pot on the stove, get out all the ingredients. So about an hour's worth of prepping and cooking for 2 different types of meals throughout the week that I'm going to throw in the freezer. You know, it just makes sense. Oh, and tonight, so I told you that I pulled out meatballs, which there's going to be extra of those. I'm pointing to them like you can see, you can't. So there's going to be extra of these because this is a huge container. So we'll get 2 meals out of this, okay? Or if Al's not around tomorrow, he can have, you know, or if he is and I'm not here or whatever, he can have lunch. But this week, Market Basket has Tony fresh fettuccine and linguine on sale. What did I get? Fettuccine. So I'll have this with the meatballs and gravy for dinner tonight. And I just had to pull out my balls. This is so long. I'm sorry. But I can't help it. It's just right here, so I have to say it. And there you go. So there's a good, at least 1.5 meals out of this. And then we'll have shepherd's pie this week. Again, we'll have meatballs again. We might have meatball sandwiches. I don't know. But meal prep is the way to go. I do have a whole package of chicken tenders in my other fridge. I'll make those too. Since the oven's on, I'm just gonna put those in. And all I do is I wash them off. I will just season them with olive oil. What do I have here? This is my favorite seasoning. It's my favorite seasoning, yet I can't find it. Oh, because I put it here. Did I put it here? Of course not. Of course I can't find it because I'm trying to oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Low battery mode, so I'm getting ready to get shut down anyway. McCormick roasted garlic and herb. So literally just this, olive oil on the chicken, and then that's it. I cooked that for about 40 minutes, divvy it up, put it in the freezer, and another meal that I can do anything with. So thank you guys for being here before my phone shuts down. I appreciate it very, very much. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this type of live video and show. Let me know. I'll do more, you know. And thank you, Tanya and Cindy, for being here on this Sunday. Tanya said, thanks, Kiki. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great week. You too, and all of you as well. Have a great week ahead. Tomorrow's Monday. Go into Monday saying it's going to be a great week and it's going to be a great day. Woohoo! Cindy said, this is awesome. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you to you. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and listen to our great radio station, Kiki.fm, free in the App Store. Rhonda! I love you too. You love it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, love you, love you, love you guys. Mwah. And I will see you soon. Bye. Have an awesome, awesome day and week, guys. Bye.